Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the 8th wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the...
Know about that, Ed.
The opening tip, won by the Rockets.
Substitutions, Houston. Substitutions, Los Angeles.
Almost, and he's not getting the call. To P.J. Tucker. It's L.A. Clippers ball. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
And the penalty for the Los Angeles.
Wilson Chandler at the line for two shots. For his career, 76% from the line. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Gordon with it. 8-2 our score. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Gilgeous Alexander. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Has a look. He connects off the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. They trail by 7. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Wilson Chandler. It stays with Houston. Has a chance. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Great dish to set it up. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To the rim. LA Clippers with the basketball. From long range, double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To P.J. Tucker. Austin Rivers. Goes to the right side. To P.J. Tucker. 3 seconds.
Violation for Houston.
Shot from the lane won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Number 7,
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, I missed a short one there. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Looking for his man. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive, right to the basket. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander, terrific vision. It's a big finish. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one, maybe throw a zone, maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Wilson Chandler with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Shot no good by Tucker. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a moment play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Slam dunk. Nene with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And now Houston has the basketball. Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Rises for the slam.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Short jumper won't fall.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Tucker. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive and getting a crack at the extra point.
And he missed the free throw. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely, but everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's the second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year, and that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Houston with the basketball. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Big finish at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. He throws it down. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Houston. Stepping in for LA, number 23, Louis Williams.
Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Trying to cash in. A shot no good there by Williams.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
Man, I've seen this kid play with some grown men prior to making it to the league. As my old friend would say, same pan, same grease.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Harden with it up top. Down 5. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
And scores.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Has a chance. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Lays it up and in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Clippers have the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Lou Williams. 2 of 4 now.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. To Williams. And he drains it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Count the bucket for 2.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Gilgeous-Alexander lets it fly from long range, and the rebound taken in by Shumpert. Has a look. Gordon's shot, no good. Williams into the front court, up by 3. Nice swat that time.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And he finishes at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Defense, let's go.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. Down low to Williams. Lou Williams. 4 out of 7.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Down low to Williams. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Houston takes over. Fires the 3. Off the mark. To Williams. Got it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust to Gilgeous-Alexander. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Here's a chance from long range. Misfires. It's no good. Rockets in control of the basketball. To Harden. And finishes strong.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
I got ball. This is all me.
Over to the right side. To Fareed. Going to launch beyond the arc. And it's Williams there for the rebound. It's LA Clippers ball. Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Won't go. Not sure what that was all about. It's no good. Williams. That's off the side of the rim, short. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Late heave to beat the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
Here we go. Substitutions, Los Angeles. Substitutions, Houston.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
And score, strong take.
Good shot, boy.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander fires the 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
I got him. Here we go. I'm here. Watch out. All right here.
Clippers have got it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
This drives me nuts when I see foul. Like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Wilson Chandler has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair.
I got ball. I'm here.
To Rivers. And count the basket.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Off the assist.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And the denial.
This game is all about playing mind tricks. The offense is more about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander goes to the left side. For 3, rebound pulled in by Gordon. Rockets have the ball. Takes stock of the floor. Baseline drive. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
With the flush, taking on all comers.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's me. I got ball. Make it hard on him. Nothing easy. I got your help. I got your help. Don't worry. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
Nearly got that one to go.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Down low green. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Short jumper off the mark. A big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
And stuffs it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Neck and neck, they couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Passed it off. Nene with the dunk.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Blocked away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Short jumper won't fall. To Rivers. Curling inside. Nice finish at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Rejected.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Houston, number
Williams to Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Danilo Gallinari trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he can't convert the free throw. Paul. Into the front court. His team up by 7. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Another follows. Still no good. Another follow. No good.
number 42, Nene.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
For LA, number 10.
Doesn't get the bounce.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
A fundamental shot right there.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And count the basket inside.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Deep left corner. Doesn't have the touch. No good. It's Rockets ball.
I got ball. I got ball.
Even to Zubats. Tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Easy pad to the rim.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Montrezl Harrell, couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Nope, first one does not go. Good recovery, hits the second free throw. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Good look that time, but off the mark.
I got ball. I got something for him. I got double.
Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Beyond the arc for three. Tucker with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
And the basket good at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Goes to the right side. Austin Rivers. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Has a chance. Won't go. Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ah, the element of surprise on multiple fronts there. Well played.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets came away with the victory in this one. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout. The Clippers couldn't put it together to get the victory here today.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.